question, but I want Anne and Dr. James to intervene, and then we go to the main event. Okay. There's
Okay.
300 people watching the show in every platform. Thank you very much once again, Uncle Rick, Accountable Masculinity, Anil Kanali. Please like the videos. Please like the videos. Please like the videos. Okay. Support the content creators that are streaming. We appreciate all of them being here. To be in a good show. Let's continue the momentum. Okay, go ahead. And Dr. James uninterrupted. And then I have a solution. I think I'm not going to work, but I'll try. Go ahead then.
I think it's just fear. I think it's fear running with people, living in survival mode. They believe that because of whatever, because you're right, the good ones are already taken, but the other 50% of the population that has been traumatized, that has seen violence, who didn't grow up in households full of love, who saw struggle and lived in survival, who have generational trauma of poverty, that fear, it is scary, it is terrifying to believe that there will be someone who will ride and die and love you and won't hurt you. They don't understand it. And so for a lot of women, that fear controls everything. They would rather be in a relationship knowing it's toxic, knowing he's a child, knowing she's unfulfilled, knowing she's self-abandoned, because at least it is in alignment with what she already thinks is normal. She is afraid of actually being in a relationship where a man has control in it, and it doesn't mean slavery. She's scared.
But guys, and again, this where we're doing our children injustice, right? You being with somebody, you're going to get hurt, right? You being with somebody long term, you're going to go through it. That's how it becomes long term, right? You guys go through things.
Absolutely.
Right. So again, if you don't have again, it all starts with you being responsible with the men. The most important thing a woman, the most important, our women believe that the most important decision is what career they're going to get into, right? What school they're going to get into, right? The most important decision a woman makes is the man she chooses to have children with.
100%.
That's y'all ace in the hole. That no matter what, when y'all choose the right man to settle down with and have children with, you won the lottery.
We both did.
You won the lottery. No, I didn't. You did.
You don't think?
No.
That's the problem right there.
No.
You have to.
One second. Let her explain
finish.
exactly why she
finish.
thinks the way she thinks, and then
I'm
Ricky
letting all
got it back.
y'all rock. I'm letting all y'all rock. Let me finish, right? Because the truth is, and we got to be honest, and the whole problem is this, is that no one's honest about marriages and relationships and how they work.
Okay, what's the honest?
Give me a second. You say I win, right? Because I get you. Will you die for me?
Yeah.
With most
You're my husband.
Okay.
Listen to what I'm. Let's take it off the personal. I'm not trying to direct it at you, so let me rephrase, right?
Okay.
What's the understanding that most men have is women and children first, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Right? You would never, if you got a man, listen to what I'm saying. I'm talking about from my perspective of the world and how I deal with my woman, right? Shout out to Dee, 25 years this year.
Amen.
Right? You can never, I'm talking about real world stuff. You will never be able to give back what I give to you because I'm your own personal Jesus. I make shit shake. I make stuff happen. I take stuff off your plate as a woman that you don't have to worry about complaining to your friends. You can sit in the group chat with your friends and laugh at them because they man ain't shit.
Absolutely. But I give you a son.
You're DoorDash. I'm the orderer. You're delivering my son.
Yes.
If it wasn't for me,
self-sacrifice of myself.
That's what you're supposed to do. And if we want to go back, if we want, you could, right? But that's your job, right? But that's your job. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, right? But if we go out and some shit shake off and pop off, it's my job to defend you as a man, right?
That's right.
So don't use what you're supposed to do as a woman as it's something special. That's what you're supposed to do as a woman. Right. It's what I'm supposed to do as a man.
Correct. But when we talk about give my life to you, right?
No, I said, would you die for me?
Outside of pregnancy, yes.
That's the point becomes mute because most women are not willing to die for their man, and this is
I
being
think
proven.
that's the problem.
This being That's not the problem because it's not your job. Like, you know what actually would happen if you are my woman and I tell you go to the car, this is the dangerous situation, and you stay there to fight. I will tell you next time you do that shit, there will be no more husband anymore. You can go about your business and marry a pussy that wants you to fight with him. You are just you just putting me in danger. Now I have to care about my face and your face, right?
And
And
after
again,
that,
and then once again, and again, this is woman thinking like men. This is kind of like a woman that thinks that, you know what? The best thing I can do for my husband is just to stay right here with him and fight with him. No man see this in the history of mankind, and the men that do that shit are men that should not be reliable, because you shouldn't rely on them, because once again, you are not doing their job, and they are not doing their job either. Nobody is doing their job. You are staying with me and putting me in danger, and now I'm not doing my job, because the worst thing that a man can do is, I can survive if Ali give me a black eye and embarrass me, but if my woman comes back with the black eye, now I have to talk with her brother. Now I have to talk with her dad. Now I have to talk with her group of friends. Now I have to explain to everybody on Instagram why is my woman with the black eye when I was
yeah.
there to protect her. And
But
this is
that's all part of
Even
leadership,
worse,
right, Patty? That's all a part of
no,
leadership.
no, it's actually no. It's a part of followership.
But
It's about it's actually
And,
about.
and I
Listen,
want to add on something to the
let,
conversation about
yeah,
prizes.
yeah.
So,
Let me 1 second. Let me
mhm.
just say these, and then Akua, accountable masculinity, and DD can pick the microphone. Dr. Williams, please interrupt us, because Dr. Williams is the most polite guest that we ever had on the
oh,
history of the Team Fatty show. So as soon as we get to the main event, you better not jump on Dr. James. You better chill. But the reality and is this, right? And this is what I'm talking about. This is what Ali said. Is the penis envy. Y'all really are being raised out to be men. I want $100,000, and I want a car, and I want a mansion, and I want to get the baddest bitch, which is the equivalent of the guy. Like, everything you want is what the men used to want, and then when you get that shit, you resent yourself and you resent the man that you met
because
because
it's
you
just
became.
personal. Because
So,
it's cancer to us.
no, because remember what Didi said about control.
Yeah.
This is all about control. This is why I believe that women are miserable. And then I'm going to give my solution of everything goes, right? Think about it. A woman will find the man of her dreams. She will wrestle for control the whole relationship, try to put her hand on the wheel, try to make sure she test him left and right to see if he's still the man of her dreams, all that shit. And as soon as she gained control, she looks at him and says, "Ugh, what a motherfucking bitch. Who the fuck did I marry?" You are going to fight for that control so bad that the day that you earn it, you don't respect that motherfucker anymore, because a real man won't let you control him. This is
Right.
how this is how most relationships work. You are not okay with just sleeping and letting the man drive because you are afraid he crashes the car. And as soon as I say, you know what, baby, you can drive the car, bitch. I resent you. I might not think about it, but I'm resenting you now because you were a pushover. It is not the man that I married. The man that I married was to do whatever he want, and I would follow him. Now he's following me, and I can't stand this dude because he's doing whatever I need him to do. And once again, this is the crazy part: is you are not okay with the playboy. You are not okay with the dragon. You are not okay with the simp. The simp does everything for you. He should be a perfect husband. He does everything you want. Everything you want. He gives you money. He protects you. He is the perfect domesticated dog. And you still resent him because he's controllable. So I think, in my opinion, and then you guys can edit, please, by order. And shout out to Slice Maximus. I appreciate you being here, brother. The
Priceless.
biggest mistake I think people did was telling women that life is happiness. Life is, like Ricky said, is pain. Life is misery. Life is, the bottom line is pain, and you are trying to get away from it as fast as possible once a week on Sunday when you can watch your NFL, when you can be with your ladies. Like, life is misery and pain. So what happens is, you indoctrinate a generation of women for from 50 to 1 year old that you are going to be a princess and you're going to have the happy ending. And if you're not happy, something is wrong. You have to go to the next man and to the next house and to the next car and to the next job. And these women are literally configured to search and the pursuit of happiness like you are going to get it like Will Smith. No, most of y'all are not going to get the last call about your patent and says, you know what, Will Smith, I'm going to. Most of y'all are not going to get that shit.
So what's
So
the
what
solution?
makes woman? So what makes woman miserable or make woman sad is not that they are not achieving shit. Is that we are telling them that once they get that pair of shoes, once they get their bag, once they get their trip, once they get their husband, happy, happy life, everything, the credits come out, the Disney symbol comes in, and it's over. It's never over. You are going to achieve shit and you are going to conquer stuff and you are going to get a Ferrari and the mansion and everything, and you are going to be the most miserable person in your motherfucking block because once again you thought that you are going to get all these feelings and this rush when you got everything, and now you are 3 months in with the pool, with the house, with the hot boyfriend, with everything. Like, what the fuck? Why do I feel empty? Because there are expectations. Life is pain. Life is misery. Be happy if you can twice a week. Have a nice moment with your family. Have a moment of relief. Go to a comedy club. Be happy with that because, for the most part, it's unsustainable. You thinking that you can be happy most of your life and nothing will happen, and you are going to have a happy ending like everybody else. Go ask your grandma if she had a happy ending with 7 kids and a husband for 30 years. She will definitely say, "Hey, there was some point of times I was miserable. I didn't know what I was doing. I was resentful of your dad." Go ask everybody else. Since the beginning of mankind, we suffered tremendous. But you know what we did? We stay together because we need each other for survival. You take the survival out of the way, we have poor obese people, which means that we're eating well. Nobody's dying at birth. Nobody, like for the most part, doesn't have access to a hot meal, and we just can't seem to figure this shit out. So again, recalibrate your expectations. Life is motherfucking misery, and be happy if you can experience happiness here and there because happiness is fleeting and it's going to peak one day, and then the next day you are going to be working for a job that you don't want to be there. It is what it is. Let me get. Oh,
Well, she asked